Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Welcome to week 6 of the Fox Valley Conference picks. And today I'm a little bit pressed for time. So throughout the episode, I'm going to be sipping my pre-workout just because, yeah, I'm a little pressed for time and I have a little bit less time than I want. So, anyways, as per usual, we have 5 matchups, we have 1 crossover, and we have a game of the week. So first, we're gonna go over the crossover, and um, honestly, after looking at all of the matchups this week, I don't feel like there is any game that's worthy of getting the game of the week. There isn't any matchups that stand out to me, but I still have to pick a game of the week, and I'm gonna pick the. I'll reveal my game of the week near the end of the episode. So first matchup is Normal West against Hampshire. Normal West is 4-1, and Hampshire is 0-5. Hampshire is still one of the only winless teams left in the conference, and they came off a 48-14 loss against Crystal Lake Central. And they even though they scored more points last game than they did in the entire season prior, I still don't think they're gonna do so well. And Normal West is 4-1. Hampshire again is 0-5. I think Normal West will shut them out, which will be the 4th shutout they give up this entire season. I would hate to be Hampshire's coach right now. Next matchup is Crystal Lake Central against Huntley. Huntley is having their homecoming game, and I think they're going to win their homecoming game. I mean, they had a pretty devastating loss against Huntley or against Crystal Lake South last week. I didn't expect that to happen. Nobody really did, but Crystal Lake South went there, and they just beat the shit out of Huntley. Yeah, Crystal Lake Central is a different opponent. Crystal Lake Central is not as good as South, and Huntley is going to want revenge after 2 straight losses. So I have Huntley winning their homecoming game, and even though they might be a little down after the game, I think they're going to bounce back, and they're going to destroy Central. Next is Crystal Lake South, who will be visiting Dundee Crown. Crystal Lake South is 3-2. Dundee Crown is 2-3. I believe Dundee Crown is hosting their homecoming. I'm not entirely sure, but this is going to be a pretty interesting game because I thought Dundee Crown's offense was good, but against Cary Grove, they got destroyed. And sure, they scored the first touchdown of the game, but they didn't, or they scored only 1 touchdown after that, in a 55-50 or 15 loss to Cary Grove. I feel like South is going to run over Dundee Crown and give Dundee Crown their 4th loss of the season. Cary Grove next, 5-0, still the only undefeated team left in conference, playing against winless McHenry. Okay, McHenry is having their homecoming game tonight, and at the beginning of the season, I had doubts about Cary Grove, and especially when I heard that Quinn Priester wasn't gonna play in week 1 because of his baseball camp, and week 2 I heard that Cary Grove was gonna start Ben McDonald. I was like, what are they doing? And they put Quinn at wide receiver. When I went to go watch the game so in week 2, I was like, what are they doing? And then after they beat Central, I was like, not too bad. Week 3, they played against winless Hampshire, and they totally destroyed them. So I'm like, And then when they played Huntley next week, they beat Huntley, and I'm like, there must be something that's going on, and Ben McDonald must be doing good. And when I did watch him play against Dundee Crown, I believe he had 3 touchdowns rushing, and I think he also had a touchdown passing, maybe 2. and they were to Quinn Priester and maybe Danny Daigle. I forget who scored what, but I just remember that um, Quinn that Ben McDonald had an excellent game. Kerry Grove is hot right now, and I think they're gonna beat McHenry by a lot. Okay, and ruin McHenry's homecoming. The last matchup is obviously the game of the week, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't think any of these games are worthy for being game of the week because they're all terrible. This one is, I mean, it's not good, but it's not horrible. I mean, there could definitely be better matchups, but this is 4-1 Prairie Ridge, who will be visiting 3-2 Jacobs, and for this one, I think Prairie Ridge is gonna win, only because Jacobs, I believe, is losing one of their star offensive linemen, and I think they're also losing their quarterback. So that's a couple big hits. Yeah, like I said, I think Prairie Ridge is going to win, but I honestly think it's going to be a shootout because Prairie Ridge's secondary is awful, but their offense is still explosive. So I think Prairie Ridge is going to win, but it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Anyways, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.